Hello, my gorgeous, joyous Geminis. Welcome, welcome. It is Sachi the Scorpio, and I am here to deliver your guided healing tarot for the month of April. Please like, comment, and subscribe. The more energy that you send to me, the more energy that I can send to you. And thank you very much for being number 5 in this month's segment, Gemini. Of course, whichever video gets the most likes, the top 3 get a bonus twin flame reading. So if you're interested in that, click the like button if this resonates. Let's hop into it, shall we, Gemini? This is what came out in the cleansing ceremony. We had the autumnal equinox release in reverse. So this is telling me that something is kind of past its due date and you haven't been able to release a situation. With fairies earth magic coming out, I feel like some of you could be working with the fae, but with fairy types, right, for me, especially in the Pokemon deck, it's like soulmate relationships, you do this, I do this, some sort of contractual agreement. So it looks like you're unable to release something due to some sort of deal that was made. Like the fae, even though I love the fae, I work with them myself, right, with my garden. Again, it's earth magic. They can also be tricksters where, you sign a contract and you think it's something, but there's something hidden in the language or whatever it may be. So it looks like whatever sort of fairy earth magic is here, it's stopping you from being able to release something, to let something go. We had the Knave of Wands come out. So this is like underdeveloped, I almost said air, but underdeveloped fire energy. Could be an Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo that you are dealing with. And a little bit like reckless with their lust or passion or kundalini. They also might not have a grip on how to manifest their reality, if that makes sense. And then we had the Lovers, Gemini. This is your card. So I always like to see that coming out. Because it does look like, you're in a love situation. And the last reading that we had, Gemini, back in March was This is True Love. Okay, so I know that you have true love, and maybe that's also why you can't release, right? But we have some sort of love situation, but the fire's not quite right, as in the ingredient. But I do like to see the Lovers, so it does look like you are in a good partnership. It's possible that there could be something about a lease or moving or something like that. But it does look like you are in love and this person loves you back. So that's always a good thing, right? And we had Golette coming out using nap. So you might be particularly sleepy around this time in the month of April. And, this is a third eye card. So for me, if it's not actual sleepy, because as you can see, he's kind of looking down, you know what I mean? Like he doesn't look very happy. And I feel like it's because in your third eye, in your mental state, it's like your third eye has decided to go to sleep. Like, all right, I don't want to, see things with my third eye anymore. Like I'm just kind of shutting it down. And we had Trainer, Fighting Stadium Trainers, Super Scoop Up, and Trainer Captivating Pokepuff. And as you know, trainers always indicate the other person. So it looks like, turning your third eye, maybe cutting off this psychic connection. Do you love them? Yes, love is there. But it looks like they're just trying to fight, right? And fighting energy is underdeveloped fire energy when you take that passion and you use it to fight instead of construct, right? So it does look like someone's like trying to fight with you, like, yeah, fight me or whatever. And you're like, nah, I'm cutting off that psychic communication because I'm not trying to fight with my own mind. Gemini, I totally feel you. And with Super Scoop Up, it looks like this person is trying to get you. They're trying to scoop you up. And with Captivating Pokepuff, they're trying to act sweet, act cute, look good on the outside to try to captivate you and pull you in. They're really trying to get you, except what's the energy? Even though they're acting all sweet, they actually want to fight. Okay, so, yeah. Yeah, and you're like, no, I'm not doing that. Your third eye is like, no, I'm shutting off to that. Like, I'd rather rest my third eye than fight with you in my head, through the psychic connection. So I will say the Captivating Pokepuff also came out in Aries reading. So if you're dealing with an Aries or have Aries placements, I suggest you check that one out too. But Gemini, this is what we are going to do for this month. So we're going to check out, right? It's Aries season, so Happy New Year. Aries is the first astrological sign with the spring equinox that we had on the 21st. It marks the, actual new year. So what we are going to do is look at what new beginning is coming towards you. And then we'll look at what is the blockage? So what is stopping you from being able to access this new beginning? And then in the extended, we will check into how do we overcome the blockage, and then some advice on how to manifest your highest vibrational timeline. So let's take a look, shall we? What new beginning is coming to Gemini? Ooh, Shaman, Ancient Healing Wisdom with Gaia Nurturing in reverse. Interesting. So something is changing. You know, the Ancient Healing Wisdom, it feels like you're doing a lot of healing work, but again, this is like spiritual work. It may not necessarily be manifesting in the physical, but it looks like you're working on healing yourself. The shamanic energy is Scorpio energy, right? The transmutation of one energy to another. You take your pain, you turn it to art. You take your sorrows, you turn it into joy. You take your, you know, downfalls and turn them into wisdom, right? That is the shamanic ancient healing wisdom. So it looks like you're doing some alchemy for yourself. And it looks like that is happening because you haven't been nurturing yourself the way that you need to, right? Like Gaia, this is Mother Gaia nurturing the planet Earth. So treating yourself as, you know, a steward of the earth yourself, you know, how you're interacting with the natural world, but also how you are, you know, treating yourself as an earth entity. So, you know, that kind of looks like the fairy type again, right? Because like Mother Gaia, the fairies is the earth magic, which is all about nurturing the planet. So it does look like this like lack of nurturing energy that was in that fairy type is now changing. You have the ability to heal, to transmute this energy that was not nurturing you into something else. Let's take a look. Tell us more about this. Nine of Wands in reverse. Yeah, this is a cycle that you haven't completed in yourself yet. With the Nine of Wands, like, this indicates learning how to do magic, how to manifest your will. And honestly, I was feeling like there's not the right firepower in it. And it feels like, you know, you were attracting this underdeveloped fire energy. And if I may say, Gemini, it's a reflection of you not having control over your own fire energy. Okay, that's your lust, that's your passion, that's your kundalini. Because, yeah, like it's the missing ingredient is what I'm hearing. Because as you can see, like, of course, she has all four. She has the pentacles, right? The earth energy, the wand, which is the fire, the sword, which is the air, and the cup, which is the water. And then, of course, her intention is spirit. And it looks like, you know, there's something about how you're, like, what you were trying to manifest and the magic that you were trying to do and how that wasn't really lining up. Something's changing here. Tell me more about this. You haven't completed this in yourself yet. Yeah, Queen of Wands. You are mastering your fire. Queen of Wands, this is the highest form of divine feminine energy when it comes to the fire, okay? This cycle that you haven't learned is don't touch that. It's too hot. It burns. Okay. And it's funny because like I got burnt from Aries reading too, during the cleansing ceremony. And you know, right now we have the sun in Aries, right? Mercury's in Aries, Venus is in Aries. It's so much fire. Okay. And we have Mars in Gemini, as you know, or maybe you don't know, but Mars is Aries ruling planet and it's in Gemini right now, which is causing a lot of, you know, air energy to keep this fire going. And we have the new moon in Aries coming up. So a lot of fire. And I really see you picking up very heavily on this. But the Queen of Wands, she learns, like, okay, don't touch that, right? The mother, so to speak, is teaching the maiden, you know, don't touch that fire. Why? Because it burns you. Want to know how she knows? Because she learned. Okay? So this is you mastering your fire of how to manifest. And fire is also, you know, spirit itself. Right? Like your spiritual journey along with, you know, manifestation and stuff, because your spirituality is directly tied to how you are manifesting your reality. And it really looks like you are mastering how to use your own fire. Beautiful. That's the new beginning. You can own it. The Queen of Wands is sexually self-sufficient, but that doesn't mean she's alone. Okay? The Queen of Wands is the one that you go to for spiritual counsel. The Queen of Wands knows how to control her kundalini to manifest literally anything that she wants. She is magic incarnate, okay? Let's see, what's the light energy? And I'm feeling, the thing is, you weren't nurturing yourself because you were too close to this, like, fire. It was just burning you. Yeah, trainer dual ball in reverse. So again, we have this other person coming out. So I'm getting that there's two possible ways, and you can kind of pick your path, right? Again, it really depends on how you are manifesting your reality. For some of you, there was someone else, like this, the other, you know, the person that was in your energy, they were trying to catch somebody else, okay? And that is going to end here, okay? And for others of you, it's about not wanting to go two separate ways and really finding your fire to only want to catch one person. And by catch, I mean, you know, like in a relationship or something of that nature. Tell me more about that. Trainer escape rope in reverse. Escape rope. Did I say that right? Yeah, okay. With the queen of reverse. Yeah. So whatever you want, this person cannot escape. You just need to determine what it is that you want. Okay. Part of this new beginning is figuring out who you want to catch, because once you are able to master your fire, they cannot escape you. You are able to wrangle them in no matter what. There's just some transmuting that you need to do with this ancient healing wisdom of the shaman. And the you know, most physical way of transmuting something that you can, you know, picture, right? It's like, oh, okay, yeah, turning sorrow into money, right? Like, that doesn't make sense, right? It's alchemy, but the way that you can conceive alchemy is fire, right? You take anything, you light it on fire, it transmutes into carbon atoms, right? Carbon particles. That is what transmutation is. But the thing is you need to figure out whatever is not serving you and then transmute it into what you do want. This is trial by fire. Let's see, what's the shadow here? Because this is a lot coming towards you. Like, you have so much spiritual and manifesting power here. And part of it is because Mars is in Gemini, right? And Mars is the planet of action, of doing the thing, of going towards what you want. So you have the ability to grab whatever you want. It's just really mastering your fire and deciding who it is you really want to wrangle here. Coming out stuck, we have clef key, look for keys, and play rough. Whew. Again, we have some fairy types. So some of you might actually be working with the fairies, and you'll know if they're around if your keys go missing. So pay attention to that. But really what I'm getting is you need to look for the key piece of information, or, you know, what unlocks what you really want in a relationship. So again, fairy type is you do this, I do this, right? It's a soul contract. So you need to look for the key to this. There's some sort of hidden key here. Whew, I'm excited to be in the rest of this reading, Gemini. And play rough. This is not, you know, you don't have to sit idly by. Like, the Queen of Wands has her own firepower, right? She's not passive. She's not nice just to play nice. Like, part of this is you have to go after what you want, right? Mars is in Gemini. Mars is also the planet of, you know, not only action, but aggression. You know, it's also the planet of war. And I'm not saying to go to war or anything, but sometimes you do have to play rough, right? Friction is what creates heat. And you're learning how to master your firepower, which is also mastering the friction. It says, these key collectors threaten any attackers by fiercely jingling their keys at them. Yeah, so part of this is also, like I was getting, there might be something about a lease or some sort of property with the keys. There's definitely something there, maybe even a car. But what I'm getting more so is, like, you know, the key to this is your greatest defense when attackers come. Like, you can just, like, keep bad soulmates away just by having key pieces of information or key pieces of the spirit. Like, you know, like the Queen of Wands has the keys to, like, esoteric doors, right? Like, can open any door. And that's what I'm getting, is you have this ability to open any door that you want, and no one can escape from you manifesting this as long as you get your fire, in order and not make the same mistake here. Because the Queen of Wands, you know, this is, no, don't touch that because this. right? It's like, no, don't do that because I made that mistake. So there also is this aspect of like either being an elder or getting help from an elder who has gone through these types of experiences, and that you have to trust the spiritual information being passed to you rather than getting burnt by yourself. Okay? Let's see what the blockage is. Let's bring some light in here, shall we? Spend too much time in the dark. Woo. Rainbow blessings in reverse and iceberg submerged. You have been blocking your own blessings here because you've been a bit cold, okay? There is something, and no offense, Gemini, there's nothing wrong with being cold, okay? But the thing is, you want to be able to master your fire to warm up, but also not get burnt. And that's the blockage, is like, all right, yeah, don't get burnt, but also you gotta thaw yourself out, okay? Because this is blocking your blessings. This is blocking your light body. It can't help, like the unicorns can't come in because of this. But yeah, it's blocking your own blessings because it's like, you know, you got burnt or hurt before. And so you're like, all right, now I just go cold. And iceberg is, right, solidified, right? When water makes a crystal lattice and is solid because it's cold, that it's water energy that's in a fixed position, which is also scorpionic energy, okay? Fixed water. And so, you know, when that happens, that causes emotional blockages when you just go cold. So it looks like you need to thaw out some of these emotional blockages that are blocking your blessings. And some of it is because it's submerged, it's hidden, right? Most of what the iceberg is, right, is under the water. You can't see it. And with rainbow coming out in reverse, it's literally like you can't see the light. That's what it was. That's why I said bring the light in. Yeah, you can't see the light, right? Because what is a rainbow? It's visible, the visible light spectrum spread out, right? Where you can see all the visible wavelengths of light that the human eye can capture, right? That's what a rainbow is. And you aren't able to see the light because so much has been submerged and hidden from you and is stuck in your emotional body. All right, what is this? King of Swords, One of Pentacles in reverse. Woo! So King of Swords, this is heavy masculine energy. This could be a contract. I always take the King of Swords as some sort of contract and going to look for keys. So there could be some sort of contractual obligation that you have, whether it's a lease, whether it's a work project, whether it's, you know, a car or whatever. It has something to do with this fairy type key energy and playing rough. So there is some pretty heavy masculine energy in here. With the One of Pentacles, it feels like, you know, there's some sort of contract here, but no new beginning, right? One of Pentacles in reverse is like not having a physical new beginning, not, you know, physically working together, not physically living together. So it looks like, again, you're stuck in a contract, but you're not getting the new beginning, okay? And it feels like that's why so much has been hidden and just stuck. Because it's like, yeah, you know, I'm in this contract with this soulmate, but it's not moving forward. I'm not even able to like pick up the pieces and start building again. What's the light energy here? Pidgey using peck. I feel like there's one more. So again, yeah, communication. Clang using disorderly flip. So normal type is communication. We have bird spirit coming out using peck. So I feel like this is like a constant annoyance. It's like they can peck at you. They're still like communicating at you. I'm feeling like very nitpicky energy. Let's see. It says, it is docile and prefers to avoid conflict. If disturbed, however, it can ferociously strike back. That's how I feel like this King of Swords energy is. It's like you're stuck in this really solid contract in some sort of way. And you know, you prefer just to avoid the situation, okay? And of course, it's so much easier to just avoid it, you know, but however, you can ferociously attack. So it's like, you know, you avoid it until you're provoked so much that causes you to like attack, right? This is not control over your firepower. And it's causing a disorderly flip. This is steal energy. So it could be that someone's trying to steal from you or something like that. But really, This is like something very solid that is just causing, you know, so much disorder. It's like everything's upside down is what I'm hearing. That's why the One of Pentacles is in reverse. That's why your blessings are in reverse, and so much is submerged in the unseen, which we'll see in the shadow shortly. But yeah, I also take claying as some sort of codependency as well, okay? It says, a mini gear and big gear comprise its body. If the mini gear it launches at a foe doesn't return, it will die. Yeah, so there's definitely some, you know, codependence here of like, you know, in a contract, but not a new beginning, but like, you know, they're going away, but if they don't come back, then like you feel like you're going to die, or the other person feels like they're going to die, right? That's not healthy. That's very like codependent type energy. And I feel like this person has gone away, and it's like, you know, if they don't come back, then, you know, or you don't go back to them, like someone feels like they're going to die. Obviously they won't actually, but like the energetic tie is just so strong with this King of Swords. That's a tight soul contract, and there's so much that was like hidden as part of it. It could have to do with money. It could have to do with housing, again, with the One of Pentacles in reverse. But yeah, this is just, it's like someone snuck things into this soul contract in the fine print is what I'm getting. There's like so much hidden in the fine print. What's the shadow here? Going right to clef key. Volby using Illumize, or Illumissile. Okay, so that's why. All right. So Volby is one of my twin flame cards with Illumize. Okay, and they're different kind of bug Pokemon. So it does look like in the heart you are sending this missile to one another, or they're sending it to you. And again, it has to do with this fairy type and how it relates to keys, whether it's, you know, whatever physical attachment that you have, where someone has the key and someone has the lock sort of thing. So yeah, there's a heart chakra like connection here, and that's what is hidden here. It says it emits light from its tail to communicate. It loves the sweet aroma given off by Illumize. Yeah, so this person is just so attracted to you. It could be that they like your scent specifically. And, you know, it emits light from its tail to communicate, which I take as, you know, emitting light from the past, right? The tail being the past. So it's like they're holding this like light, like, oh yeah, here's the light, like here's the key. But the thing is, it's like, it's already behind you. So they're trying to get you back with things from the past. Either that or you're doing that to them. The situation could be switched, but there's some heavy heart chakra connection here. Okay. And a lot of it is hidden. A lot of it's hidden. And look how I never noticed this about the card, but Illumize is even in this card. So this could be a twin flame situation. There's a lot hidden. Maybe you don't know what this connection can do, how it can block your blessings if you don't thaw out the emotional blockages here. All right, like I said, in the extended, we are going to look into more. We're going to see how we can overcome this blockage. I'm going to ask for some clarification on the Volby as well. And then we will look at some advice on how to manifest your highest vibrational timeline. But let's see what angel wants to take us into the extended moon cycles. Archangel Haniel, notice how your moon affects your energy and manifestations and capitalize upon these cycles. Yeah, so another part of doing these manifestations, and we see that you're learning how to manifest your reality. Well, manifesting is best done with the moon, right? Do you know how to work with Mother Moon? She's your BFF. You can get something or get rid of something in 28 days, okay? Does it take dedication? Yes. But, you know, what is your natal moon, right? What sign is when you were born? Where was the moon when you were born? How are you programmed to work with the moon? How do you work best with the moon? Okay. These are things that you need to know in order to, you know, understand how your Kundalini works and when you are most emotionally stimulated, right? And also how to work with full moons, how to work with new moons. Right? So it looks like you have some investigative energy in there. I have some information on how to work with the moon on my Instagram. If you're interested, DM me. I will, you know, send you those posts. But yeah, it looks like, you know, working with the moon is also a very important thing to do here. When it comes to learning how to manifest and even how you can get key pieces of information or even break these contracts, the moon will help you for freaking sure. We have the new moon coming up in Aries just in a couple of days, I believe on the 11th. And, you know, it's the first new moon of the year. So it's really a fresh start. And so what do you need to leave behind in order to truly have a new beginning? Let's get a Moonology card before we go into the extended here. Coming out stuck, we have look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. This is the full moon in Gemini season, right? You know, your sister sign, Sagittarius. There is a bigger picture and you might not be seeing it. Again, there is a lot here with this heart connection with what could be your twin flame, and how that relates to how you are able to manifest and with your Kundalini, your firepower. And so we need to see the bigger picture here, which we will see in the extended, but I will say that, you know, there will be more information come the full moon in Sagittarius, which when is the next series of eclipse? It's in your season, Gemini, when we have the new moon in Gemini and the full moon in Sagittarius. So those are big shifts coming. So you better learn how to work with the moon, because once these eclipses are in your sign and your sister sign, whew, there's no holding you back. No holding you back. Okay? All right, Gemini, if you would like to follow me into the extended, the link is in the description box below. If we part ways here, good luck with the situation, and I am sending you so much love, a big hug, and a kiss on your third eye. Mwah.